Hey guys, Buffin Gaming back for another video, and today we're going to cover the AK-47 conversion into the AKM or the AKMS due to the full in stock that comes with this weapon, and we unfortunately are unable to change it right now. So technically this will be an AKMS. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'll show you how to build this weapon, what you need to do it. We'll check out the recoil and then see how it handles in game. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So first up, before we get started, the first thing I'll show here on screen is you're going to need to purchase the Loan Marauder blueprint bundle in the shop. So I did get this today. If you have any leftover COD points from purchasing any of your versions of the game where you may have received COD points, you can use that. It costs 1,500 COD points to use. So you can also be saving up for this as you're moving across the battle pass as well. Or if you win our giveaway, which will be announcing the winners for that probably this weekend, if not a little bit later, you probably have enough to get that as well if that's something you're interested in. So in this pack, you get a Reaper skin for one of our operators, but the main thing here we're looking at is the Revolution blueprint for the AK-47. So now let's get back to the actual weapon. We see here the final build. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'll strip this down, and you see our base blueprint for the Revolution. So really quick, let me go to my armory, and you can see here is the Revolution blueprint that you get. So comparing that to something like the base AK-47, there are several differences in the weapon itself. One is being, we can see, versus my build here for the AKS-74U, you can see the differences straight away if you're paying attention to like the receiver, the dust cover, things like that. So let's go ahead. What we're going to do is select this blueprint, and as I said, we're going to strip it down to the base. So first thing we're going to want on this for the AKMS is we're going to want the bayonet, just because the barrel assembly for this came fitted with an attachment to have a bayonet on it, so a slightly different barrel and gas block than the AK-47. For the barrel, we're going to keep the same. You could change that to a more modern Specimens Elite barrel if you wanted to, but we're going to keep the same barrel because we want that AK-74, the AKM handguard look there. Laser, I'm going to put a tack laser on just for the heck of it with this particular build, just due to kind of the constraints we're using with the fact that we want to retain the AKMS look. So this is personal preference, you don't need this. Optics, I'm going to go ahead and use the monocle reflex sight. So obviously this is just a Russian red dot sight for precision sight picture and aim down sight speed. Now for the stock, unfortunately, we don't have a stock selected right here, so I was hoping we would get a base AKM stock with this weapon, which differs slightly from the AK-47 stock. But with no stock selected, we still have the standard skeleton stock with the blueprint that it comes with. So this is kind of our base stock option, but it doesn't change it. So I think this is a glitch for now. So technically, if this were to be fixed, we would have an AKM. But because we have to go with a skeleton or a folding stock option, we're going to have an AKMS. So what I'll do is I'll select that skeleton stock just so we get the advantages with this. So the pros with the skeleton stock are ADS speed, movement speed, aim down sight speed, and the cons being the aiming stability. So I'd rather have this selected than not and not get the advantages because we want that ADS speed, right? So if this changes and that bug is fixed down the road, we'll do another video on it. But for right now, we'll do the skeleton stock, and that'll give us our AKMS look with that folding stock. And this isn't quite the standard stock that comes with the AKMS. This is more of a German stock for this that we see in game with Farah's blueprint. So we'll go ahead and select that. Now for the perk, I'm going to put on Full Metal Jacket just so we have some bullet penetration and more damage against kill streaks and equipment. So obviously this is just bullet penetration for the AKMS. Give us that penetration through walls and surfaces. So those are currently our 5 attachments. Now, if you wanted to not do a tack laser, you could do a grip, but I want to keep that clean look of the pistol grip with the AKM. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and keep that. Also, you'll notice for the magazine, you could do any different magazine here. The standard magazine comes with a tape as well as on the barrel assembly there. And any underbarrel that you do, besides the bipod and a GP25 variant of the grenade launcher, is going to change that handguard back to an AK-47 handguard. So you can see the differences as I cycle through. We have the darker brown with the different handguard there for grip, and versus something with an actual underbarrel attachment, we go back to the standard AK-47 upper handguard there. So we want to keep that AKMS look. So this will be our final build. This is our AKMS conversion of the Revolution blueprint or the standard AK-47. So again, you do need that blueprint that you need to purchase through the store for 1,500 COD points. And that's called the Loan Marauder. So I'll be sure to show that on screen here and at the beginning of the video as well. This is our AKMS. Let's go ahead and get in game. Check out the recoil patterns with this particular build that we have, and then see how it handles in game. Okay, so now that we're in game with our AKMS, let's go ahead. First off, you can notice how nice this looks just from holding it, and a little bit of differences from the standard AK-47. So now let's go ahead and we'll just check out the recoil with this base weapon without controlling it. So you can see there it's almost a straight vertical climb. So now let's try to control it. So now we didn't really build this, optimize it for recoil control, right? So if you want to do it differently, you can have better builds for this by including a grip or something. But still, at full auto, I'm able to keep it pretty much on target. I mean, these are all still center mass shots right there. And this is going to be our medium range engagements. Let's try this again. So once you get the hang of it and control it there, it's a lot easier to maintain. Let's try it once more. Now you notice it does kick heavily at first, and then it kind of corrects itself. So you're going to have an initial kick. You can see here with our not controlling the recoil, you see the high muzzle climb and the space between those shots. And then when we're controlling it, we're able to have some pretty tight clusters, right? So that initial kick, and then you got to just compensate for that, and then you should be able to get on target pretty easily. So again, this isn't optimized for recoil control because we want to keep that AKMS look to it. So you can definitely make this a better build if you want. But after that initial kick, you can see I'm able to keep it on target. So you get 3-4 shots, it's going to go kick pretty heavily, and then you're able to keep it on target. Also, with the AK-47 changes in the patches last week, it did increase the recoil on the AK-47s, so that's another issue here that you may need to compensate for. But that is our AKMS build. Let's go ahead now and get in game and see how it handles. Okay, now that we're in game with our AKMS, let's go ahead and see how it handles in a game situation here against some bots. So first off, before we get into some more information about the weapon itself, I just want to cover some information on our giveaway that we have going on right now on the channel. So the giveaway itself is going to be we're going to be giving away 2 $30 gift cards for your console of choice, whether you're on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation. So we'll be giving those away, probably announcing a winner this week. So all you need to do to enter that is be subscribed to the channel, and you also need to just comment on the LVOA video that we did the other day, as well as the G36, so the AKK G36, that's the assault rifle build we did, and the CTAR build that we did. So I'll leave all those links in the description below. Comment on all those 3 is just going to increase your chance, and then preferably include your console of choice, but regardless, we'll cover that when I contact you and announce the winners. So that's how you enter. I'll leave that information below in the description. That's going to be open probably through this weekend. So all you got to do is follow the directions below for those 3 videos, and you'll be entered to win a $30 gift card that you can use to enter into the Battle Pass or purchase this particular bundle in the store to get the AKMS. So first off, back to the weapon, you can see this particular build does handle very well. Obviously, with the AK-47s in COD history, it's always had heavy recoil. So the recoil with this, really nothing new. It's going to be a great AR for the closer to medium range, especially if you can control that recoil. Now, the AKM itself was produced, I believe, put into production in 1959. So essentially, it's a modernized or improved AK-47, which improved on several aspects, including the gas block, the barrel assembly, some of the internal workings as well. Made some changes. and just improved on the AK-47. So again, it was put into service in 1959 through present. It was replaced by the AK-74 as a standard service rifle for the Russian military in the 1970s when that was brought into service. It replaced this weapon. This weapon is still used in many militaries and even in Russian Reserve Army currently today. So nice bit of information there. One thing you notice is it does actually handle really well if we were to tap fire at those longer ranges there. But at the closer to medium ranges, you can hold down that trigger and get yourself back on target pretty quick. But again, you can put on different attachments to help mitigate that recoil. We didn't really build this to be optimal handling, but definitely a good build. I do like the look of it, and I do love the blueprints and just the changes in the design that we get with these. So I think this is a cool addition. Now, just some information about the AKM and the AKMS. So again, put into service in 1959 through present. It's done by Mikhail Kalashnikov as a replacement for a modernized AK-47. Oh no. I tried to bayonet that guy. So the mass of the AKMS is going to be 3.5 kilograms, so it's going to be slightly heavier than the AKM, believe it or not. The length of the weapon itself, the AKMS, is going to be 920 millimeters versus the AKM, which is 880 millimeters, so that full in stock gives it a little bit of extra length there as well. Also, the barrel length on the AKMs and AKMS is all the same, so that's going to be, let's hit this guy. There we go. The barrel length is going to be 415 millimeters long, or 16.3 inches in length. The caliber obviously is our standard 7.62 by 39 millimeter round for the Russian military there. If it were a 5.45, it would be a 74. It's what they use on the 74s. The rate of fire on this is 600 to 650 rounds per minute with a muzzle velocity of 715 meters per second, or 2,346 feet. So you can see, I've always loved the way the AKs handle. It has heavy recoil, but if you can get it on target, it's going to put you down quick. The effective fire range on the AKMs is 350 meters, or 383 yards. Oh, I don't know where that guy is. And the feed system obviously is a 10 to 30 round box mag. It's also compatible with the 40 round box mags and the 75 rounds RPK mags as well. Oh, darn. So definitely a good build. Hopefully they'll, I'm hoping they get a different blueprint with the actual AKMS folding stock. So again, we could make this into an AKM if we get the standard stock for this. But as we showed you, it's kind of bugged right now. We can't select the standard stock that the AK would come with to give it the AKM. And we're stuck with Farah's makeshift folding stock or collapsible stock, which resembles more of a German folding stock, similar to, oh my gosh, guy wrecked me. So it resembles similar to, I believe it's called a,
enemy in the back alley.
Can't remember, it's an MPI KMS East German folding stock. So it's a little bit of a different stock than the standard AKMS's, and the magazine has obviously a different color, but definitely overall a cool weapon. I do like the way it handles and the way it looks. So definitely like this blueprint. I know a lot of you mentioned this in chat the other day during the live stream, and it just came back into the store for me today. So I made sure to use my extra COD points that I had left over to get that. So let me know what you guys think of this build. Also be sure to comment down below what additional weapon conversions you want to see or you think we can make, and let me know. That way I can go ahead and make them. I know we have some requests for some shotguns, some different Glock builds that we wanted to see. So be sure, if I haven't done them yet, put them down below. I'm trying to go back and find additional ones that I might have not screen capped. So if you have a request that I didn't get to yet, go ahead and put it below. Also be sure to follow me on Twitch. So the link down below is going to be down below in the description. I'll be live streaming over there this weekend, next week, as well as here on YouTube. So you'll get the notification for that if you're subscribed and following me on Twitch. Also, best place to get a hold of me would be Instagram and Twitter as well. And I have those linked down below in the description also for you. So Go ahead and let me know what you guys think of that. Be sure to get a hold of me there. Leave me your recommendations. Also, for the giveaway, descriptions down below. As I said, just sub to the channel and make sure you comment on those 3 videos. One for the G36 assault rifle, the LVOA C build that we did the other day, as well as the CTAR. And you'll be entered to win, and I'll probably pick a winner this weekend. So go ahead and let me know what you guys think of this weapon down below. And until next time, Puffer Gaming, out.